The girl was dancing live on stream when she suddenly noticed a bulge rising on her hip. Startled, she rushed to the bathroom to check. The lump was hard as stone, and, disturbingly, it could move beneath her skin. Enduring the pain, she pushed it bit by bit toward her navel, and to her horror, pulled out a freshly roasted Orleans chicken drumstick. Daisy had once been a top-tier celebrity, but now she was reduced to teaching fitness dance in a live streaming room. That day, her company's boss called her in for a talk. His first words were to terminate her contract. Daisy knew instantly. The Times had left her behind. On her way home, she saw her own billboard being taken down. At that moment, her world completely collapsed. Lost in despair, she got into an accident and was rushed to the hospital. When she was discharged, a male nurse quietly handed her a coat. Only after leaving the hospital did she realize there was a note and a USB drive in the pocket. Carved on it were 4 words, "Perfect Matter," along with a string of unfamiliar numbers. Out of curiosity, she plugged the drive into her computer. The video inside introduced a mysterious serum, one that could split off a younger version of yourself once injected. Daisy scoffed at the absurdity of it, tossed the drive into the trash, and went to a bar to drown her sorrows. But as she watched everyone fawn over the young and beautiful, while she was completely ignored, resentment consumed her. She dug the USB back out of the trash and dialed the number. The next day, a mysterious package arrived. Inside were a syringe, an activator, a stabilizing agent, and a set of instructions. It read, "The host can only be activated once. The body must exchange every 7 days." Without much thought, Daisy injected the serum. Agonizing pain exploded along her spine. Her vision blurred. She felt herself being torn apart. The next second, her back split open. A new version of herself crawled out of her body. Younger, radiant, full of vitality. She named her new self Amy. Amy inherited all of Daisy's memories, but looked at the withered host with disgust. Armed with her flawless beauty, Amy quickly replaced Daisy as the company's rising star. 7 days later, Amy returned home to perform the scheduled exchange. Daisy awoke again, only to find that the company had officially terminated her contract. She fell into depression, forced to rely on the weekly serum doses just to survive this grotesque symbiosis. Meanwhile, Amy's career soared, but soon, she grew tired of sharing one life with her aging host. One night, she dragged Daisy into the bathroom, broke open the wall, and built a secret chamber to hide her away. Then she stepped back under the spotlight, shining brighter than ever, until one day, just before a performance, Amy's nose began to bleed uncontrollably. Still, she refused to exchange. She secretly injected an extra vial of stabilizing fluid, but that act shattered the balance within her body. When Daisy finally woke again, her skin was waxy, her fingers shriveled like claws. She scrubbed desperately, but nothing helped. Seeing the puncture marks on her back, she understood everything. On TV, Amy's radiant figure was dazzling under the lights. When the host asked how she viewed Daisy, Amy sneered, "Her, just a washed-up old woman." That sentence broke Daisy's last trace of sanity. She lost control completely. Days later, Amy came home to find the house in chaos. Determined to erase her host once and for all, she drained every drop of stabilizing fluid to keep Daisy in eternal sleep. 3 months later, Amy was about to step onto the international stage, her career at its peak, when her body began to fall apart. Panicked, she ran into the hidden room, trying to inject more stabilizer, but the liquid inside had turned thick and black. The company told her, "To get clean fluid, you must awaken the host." Amy screamed hysterically, "I can't, not now." The next moment, she collapsed heavily to the floor. When Daisy was finally forced awake, the reflection in the mirror was no longer human, but a monster.